Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Forgive them, fathers, for they know not what they do. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Today we're talking about how you get to know resonance by forgiveness without reconciliation as the ultimate cheat code. Hi, Leon. Welcome in. Today, we're talking about forgiveness as the ultimate cheat code for escaping narcissistic abuse. Come on in. Come on in. Today, we're talking about forgiveness as the ultimate cheat code for overcoming narcissistic abuse and any kind of trauma. And remember, we're talking about forgiveness without reconciliation. Come on in. Come on in and welcome. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. Today, that's what we're talking about. Forgiveness. Forgiving all those who narcissistically abused you. That's what we're talking about today. In the background, we've got Lauren Hill. Forgive them, Father. Come on in. Come on in. This is Lauren Hill. Forgive the Father, for they know not what they do. Come on in, Leon. Come on, Black Sheep of Israel. This is what we're talking about today. What's up, Galactic Soul? Welcome in. Today we're talking about forgiveness. Why forgiveness is the ultimate cheat code. Come on in. Forgiveness without reconciliation. Come on in. Today we're talking about forgiveness without reconciliation. I'm going to begin in just a second. Forgiveness without reconciliation. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to the live. So let's begin. Let me begin. You see, there's a stage in recovery from narcissistic abuse that is rarely discussed. It's rarely discussed because if you're paying attention, you've learned how to uncover narcissistic abuse. There's enough information out there on what a narcissist is, no doubt about it. But you're aware of gaslighting, you're aware of love bombing, devaluation, the whole thing. Then you're also aware of how to create boundaries. You're aware of no contact, yellow rock, gray rock, and so on. And all of these matter. But let me be clear. No contact is not necessarily no resonance. Twisam, no contact is not necessarily no resonance, the biggest mindset shift. You can remove a person from your phone and still carry them in your nervous system. You can block them on every platform and still conduct imaginary conversations with them every night. You can move thousands of miles ago, but they're still there because physical separation answers the question, are they still in my environment? But no resonance, which is what we are all about, no resonance answers a much more profound question, which is, are they still organizing anything inside me? That's the final frontier. And one of the most powerful technologies for arriving at no resonance is the importance of being able to forgive without reconciliation. The ability to forgive without reconciliation. Not forgetting, not excusing, not pretending. You see, not denying the seriousness of what happened, Isa. Not allowing the person back into your life, not demanding friendship, and certainly not returning yourself to conditions under which you were violated. Forgiveness, as I'm using the term here, means something more radical, which is, hear this, I release my requirement that you become different in order for me to become free. Let me say 2 more times. I release my requirement that you, Mr. Narcissist, Madam Narcissist, Person Narcissist, become different in order for me to become free. 1 more time. I say it with me. I release my requirement that you, the narcissist, become different in order for me to be free. That's the release. And release is what makes no resonance possible, folks. Now, let me break it down. And I'm going to explain what the architecture of no resonance is about. A narcissistic relationship does not merely survive through physical proximity, Leanne. A narcissistic relationship survives through resonance. I just bit my lip. It means I'm telling you some truth. I just bit my lip. It means I'm releasing some important information. So I'm going to take my time. By resonance, I mean the continuing, Leanne, psychological, physiological, emotional, narrative, relational, and even energetic correspondence between an individual and the structure of a former abusive relationship, Leanne. Energy. Meaning that the relationship may have ended externally while remaining internally active. Who am I talking to? The relationship may have ended externally while remaining active internally. This can appear as, and just tell me if you can relate to this, obsessive rumination, fantasies of vindication. Someone talk to me. Recurring anger, compulsive monitoring, needing other people to finally recognize what happened to you, repeatedly explaining the narcissist. You understand this, Black Shepherd of Israel? Building one's identity around being harmed, and even organizing future relationships around never experiencing original injury again. Now, these responses can be understandable consequences of trauma, but they reveal something important, which is the narcissist is gone, yet the narcissistic relationship remains psychologically instantiated, meaning that the body has left, but the relationship has not fully left the body. That's why release matters. Who am I talking to? Now, let me tell you, separation is not release. Separation is not release. And there are at least 4 distinct movements in recovery, which is to recognize what's happened to you, to separate, to integrate, and release. Meaning that recognition says, I see what happened to me. I see what happened to me. Separation is where you say, I will no longer participate in what happened to me. Then integration says, I understand what happened to me and what it has revealed in me. And release says, this is no longer part of my identity. Black Sheep of Israel, you got it. Leon, you got it. You see? Many people reach the second stage, believing that they've reached the 4th stage, which is to see what has happened. But you see, no contact is fundamentally a boundary technology. I agree. But forgiveness is a liberation technology. Let me say that again. No contact is a boundary technology, no doubt. But forgiveness is a liberation technology, meaning that they solve different problems. Meaning you may need no contact because someone is dangerous or manipulative or pathological. And simultaneously, you may forgive them because you refuse to make their pathology your personal and permanent emotional residence. This is the paradox. You can close the door without closing your heart. Or as my teacher would say, be able to see the awakening potential, the Buddha in other people, even when they are hateful. Meaning you can wish someone liberation whilst refusing them access. You can have compassion for their suffering without volunteering to suffer beside them. You can understand how someone becomes psychologically distorted without allowing that understanding to become permission. And you can forgive a person and never speak to them again. That's not contradiction, that's discernment. Now let me tell you, forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same event. Forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same event. Am I talking to you? Forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same event. If I'm talking to you, type transform. Yashvi to Teja, you are in the right place. Just hear me. I have a lot of good information for you. You see, forgiveness is intrapersonal. best case scenario, forgiveness is intrapersonal, whereas reconciliation is interpersonal, meaning you forgive internally, whilst reconciliation requires another person. So the point I'm making is forgiveness can happen unilaterally, Isa. You see, reconciliation requires at least two people, listen to this, capable of participating in a different relation structure. In fact, research on this explicitly examining forgiveness in relationships that were not reconciled reflects this distinction. And that distinction is people can undergo meaningful forgiveness processes without restoring the relationship itself. It's like the mothers in South Africa when they went through the Truth and Reconciliation Council, Ubuntu, they forgave the racist apartheid police officers without needing to be friends with them. You see, reconciliation requires conditions that forgiveness does not necessarily require. Reconciliation with another person requires truth, requires accountability, requires remorse, requires reciprocal trust, requires boundaries. You see? Meaning that a person can therefore deserve your forgiveness without qualifying for renewed access. A person can deserve your forgiveness without qualifying for renewed access. This becomes particularly important in narcissistic relational systems because one of the deepest traps is to believe that compassion obligates proximity. It does not. It does not. Forgiveness is an access credential. Black sheep of Israel, this is what I'm talking about, forgiveness. Love is not an access credential. Spiritual realization is not an access credential. History with the person is not an access credential. Someone's suffering is not an access credential. Your heart can completely become unobstructed while your boundary remains intact. Now, I want to talk about forgiveness without reconciliation or reckoning. There are circumstances in which a reckoning is necessary. For example, criminal wrongdoing may require prosecution. Institutional misconduct may require an investigation. Financial abuse may require investigation. That's what I'm building the case. Black sheep of Israel and Yeshvi Tujeja, just pay attention. Professional wrongdoing may require reporting. Collective atrocities may require commissions, courts, and reparations. Forgiveness does not erase consequence. Indeed, psychologically mature forgiveness can coexist with justice. But what must eventually disappear is the proposition that my freedom depends on the reckoning of the narcissist. Because sometimes a reckoning never comes. You don't get closure. Sometimes the narcissistic parent dies believing they were right, of course. Sometimes the siblings maintain their smear campaign. That's all right. Sometimes the flying monkeys never understand. That's okay. Sometimes history may never give you the courtroom scene your psyche rehearsed. That's okay. Because if liberation requires the narcissist's recognition, the narcissist retains victory and control over your liberation. Did you hear that? That is a trap. Forgiveness ends that jurisdiction. It says justice may still proceed, boundaries may remain, evidence of providence, consequences may occur, but my consciousness is no longer awaiting for your cooperation. Isabel, Twisa, Isa, Courtney, Danny. That is sovereignty. Am I talking to you? So let me tell you why forgiveness is not primarily about the narcissist. One of the greatest misunderstandings surrounding forgiveness is the assumption that it's a gift given to the offender. Isa, you already said this. At the deepest level, forgiveness is the withdrawal of psychic investment from the offense. Research on structured forgiveness, I like to give you the evidence, supports this very clearly. In fact, in one Stanford University research, it shows that forgiveness intervention involving adults carrying unresolved interpersonal hurt showed that participants receiving the intervention showed reduction in perceived stress and anger. And the reported intervention group also experienced a substantial decline in the subjective degree of hurt over follow-up. Meaning we should not overstate these findings. Forgiveness research does not establish that every traumatized person must forgive, nor that forgiveness alone resolves the trauma. But the direction of the evidence I've just shared is meaningful, meaning that holding an injury and metabolizing an injury are not physiologically identical states, meaning that forgiveness can become part of the process through which the nervous system stops repeatedly mobilizing around an event that is no longer occurring. Who am I talking to? Now, let me talk about hate for a second. And there's only one kind of hate, which is self-hate. I want to offer this as an inner mileage philosophical framework, that there's only self-hate, and this requires explanation. When you hate someone intensely, where does the hatred exist? Not in the person's body, it exists in your body. Who carries the cortisol? You do. Who experiences the intrusive thoughts from your hate? You do. Who clenches their jaw? You do. Who wakes up at 3 a.m. rehearsing the argument? You do. Who experiences the contraction? You do. Who, even though the external person may be the object of hate, your organism is the location of hate. This means that hatred of the narcissist can eventually become a form of self-continued self-injury. Not because anger itself is wrong, because anger can be extraordinarily intelligent. Anger says something has violated life. And anger often gives the survivor of abuse activation to leave. So anger has a sacred season. And anytime you let the narcissist anger you, you are giving them supply. Anytime they get on your nerves, you're offering them supply, making them stronger. So anger has a sacred season. But medicine becomes poison when the dosage continues beyond its function. So anger may open the prison door. It may, right? But hatred can keep you standing outside the prison talking about the prisoner. There's only one love. This is why we always say one love here at Inner Mileage. There is ultimately only one love. And that one love is self-love. That's why the Rastafari say one love. That's why the early hip-hoppers in Brooklyn and the Bronx said one love. That's why Nas said one love. I should play some Nas here. One love. Because there is only one love. Am I talking to you? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? We're going to take a little reprieve here. This is One Love by Nas. Who am I talking to? One Love by Nas. Who am I talking to? There's only one love. Before I keep going, there's only one love. There is only one love. This is Nas. One Love. From his debut album. What? Come on. Nasir. Come on. There is only one love. There is only one love. Come on, Queens. Get the money. There's only one love. Come on, Yulia. There's only one love. Everybody, listen to me. Come on. There is only one love. Yes, Kutega. Come on. Let's wait till the chorus. Let's wait till the chorus. Come on, Linda Panda. One love. Say it with me. One love. One love. One, everybody. One love. One love. One love. Come on, everybody. One love. One love. One love. Come on, everybody, wherever you are. One love, one love, one love. Now let me continue. Let me continue. Let me continue. As I just said, eloquently said by the empathic prophet from Queensbridge, Nasir Jones. There is only one love. Again, not narcissistic self-inflation, not ego worship. I need something more metaphysically sophisticated. Who am I talking to? Every experience you have of love is happening inside consciousness. I'm going in deep. This is not for everybody. This is not for everybody. When you love your child, your partner, your ancestor, God, Buddha, Christ, Yeshua, Allah, humanity, or the earth, the subjective experience called love arises within your own field of consciousness. The beloved may evoke it, but you are where love becomes an experience. One love, Jen, you are where love becomes an experience. And the implications are enormous. If love originates as an interior capacity, then narcissistic abuse did not destroy your capacity to love. Who am I talking to? It is temporarily conditioned where, how, and at what circumstances that where that love flows. Come on now. Where's these words? Come on. Use me. Use me. Use me. Healing, therefore, involves retrieving love from compulsive outward projection and returning it to its source. This is why forgiveness of another person eventually becomes indistinguishable from self-forgiveness, metta, as we say in the Buddhist framework. You see, that's what when you forgive the narcissist, you forgive yourself for not knowing what you had not learned. When you forgive the narcissist, you forgive yourself for using adaptations that once preserved attachment. Listen to me. When you forgive the narcissist, family, you forgive yourself for confusing intensity with intimacy. Come on. When you forgive yourself, you forgive the narcissist for craving validation. When you forgive the narcissist, you forgive yourself for staying. When you forgive the narcissist, you forgive yourself for leaving late. When you forgive the narcissist, Danny, you forgive yourself for returning. When you forgive the narcissist, you forgive yourself for wanting revenge. When you forgive the narcissist, you forgive yourself for loving somebody who could not love you reciprocally. Let me say this one again. When you forgive the narcissist, you forgive yourself for loving somebody who could not love you reciprocally. I got to say this one more time. When you forgive yourself, you forgive the narcissist, and you forgive yourself for loving somebody who could not love you reciprocally. And suddenly something extraordinary happens. The narcissist begins disappearing. Not physically, but energetically, psychically, psychologically. And how does this create no resonance? Imagine two tuning forks. Strike one at a particular frequency and another tune to that frequency begins vibrating. This is a useful metaphor, not a neuroscientific description for narcissistic resonance, meaning that the narcissist had access to particular frequencies in you. And those frequencies were abandonment, Jerry, shame, inadequacy, rejection, fear, proving, guilt, sexual validation, family obligation, loneliness. And when those structures remain unresolved, the narcissist or someone resembling the narcissist can strike the fork and you vibrate. So anything they do hits you. They flaunt a new partner, you're hurt. They smear you, you're hurt. But when you forgive them, they insult you, nothing. They flaunt a new partner, nada. They triangulate, nada. They send a sentimental message, nada. They announce that they've changed, no reaction. Not because you're dissociated, no. Not because you've become cold, no. Not because you're suppressing anger, no. But because there is no corresponding structure available for activation, no resonance. That is no resonance. That's why I call it one of the highest cheat codes available after narcissistic abuse, meaning that you do not defeat narcissism by becoming better at fighting narcissists. You defeat narcissistic programming by becoming progressively unavailable to the frequency upon which narcissistic systems require you to be. And I'll give you some spiritual evidence. In the Buddhist framework, so here I'm coming to your original question. Yeah, Yeshvi Tuja and Black Sheep of Israel. One of the strategies that I use personally, now I'm talking about myself for a second, was a practice in Theravadan Buddhism called metta, M-E-T-T-A. Metta means loving kindness. And metta does not require that you like the narcissist. It does not require that the narcissist belongs in your life. Metta moves towards something that you may find even strange. This is you wishing that the narcissist and yourself be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Imagine directing this wish and prayer towards someone narcissistically organized, and you send the prayer to them. May you be free from hatred. May you be free from delusion. May you, narcissists, be free from insatiable hunger for validation. May you be free from the fear that requires you to dominate other people. May you be free from the wounds that made exploitation feel like intimacy. And may you someday know peace. And may you know all of this somewhere that is not inside my life. That is metta. That is a metta practice. Of course, there's another practice called karuna. And karuna means compassion in Pali, the language of the Buddha. And when you are sufficiently healed, you may eventually perceive something beneath the pathological narcissistic behavior, which is a profoundly defended human being, someone organized around shame, someone whose personality may depend upon avoiding intolerable internal states, someone who manipulates others because they cannot regulate themselves relationally in healthy ways. You see, these are things that help you until you get to equanimity. So one of the ways you can release a person, and I'll go through my own metta practice, is a 5-step process. Step 1 is to wish for yourself all the good things. May I be safe. May I be free from hatred. May I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Then you come to stage 2, which could be your loved ones. May those who genuinely love me be free. May those who love me recognize reciprocity. May those who love me recognize safety. Then stage 3, you come to neutral people in your life. May you be free. May you be peaceful. May your life unfold wisely. Then you come to stage 4, which is your enemies, difficult people, narcissists. And guess what? You're praying for them. Same thing. You're wishing for them. May you be free from hatred. May you be free from your trauma. May you become free from whatever causes you to harm others. May wisdom rise in you. And then the next stage, you send this wish to all beings all over the world. That's the Buddhist framework. In Christianity, it carries a similar principle, which is love your enemies, even though this has been sometimes misinterpreted disastrously. But loving your enemies doesn't mean loving them more than yourself. Loving one's enemy from the Christian perspective does not mean restoring intimacy. The deeper insight with this is I do not need to become what harmed me in order to defeat what harmed me. I do not need to become what harmed me in order to defeat what harmed me. The triumph is not that the enemy suffers, although they will suffer. The triumph is knowing that the enemy fails to reproduce in you what has been reproduced in them. That is the triumph. That is the victory. Am I talking to you? That is the ultimate victory over narcissism and hatred, because narcissism is effectively hatred. Am I answering your question, Black Sheep of Israel? You see, now when you come to Islam, Islam talks about mercy without the erasure of justice. In the Quran, ethics repeatedly elevate mercy and forgiveness while also preserving justice. In fact, contemporary scholarship has explored Quranic forgiveness as relevant to psychological well-being and mental health. That's the Quran. In Hinduism and yogic traditions, this is about releasing samskara. Samskara is an impression, a conditioned pattern, or latent tendency. So when you release your attachment to hurt, you're releasing the narcissist. The same is said in various shamanic traditions. I don't want to waste time going to, because the shamanic traditions come before everything I've said to you. Rama, 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 Rama. That's a very powerful Kundalini yoga mantra. Rama. Let me play that from Mirabai Seba. I'll play that for you. Rama, Rama, Mirabai Seba. This is a proper Kundalini chant, Mirabai Seba. And this chant just puts me in a very, very powerful place. I'm going to play it. Rama. This is Rama by Mirabai Seba. Rama by Mirabai Seba. You see, why do you think in Rwanda they had to do the Gacaca community courts? Because after the genocide, they realized they couldn't move forward without release and forgiveness. That's why they had the Gacaca community courts. In South Africa, after apartheid, the Truth and Reconciliation Council had more than 2,500 hearings, Nanga deaf, with 20,000 victims heard. Now, South Africa did not become magically reconciled. Economic inequality persists. The structural wounds still persist. Even the TRC has been criticized. But the philosophy on forgiveness and release is correct, because a society cannot metabolize what it refuses to name. In the same way, an individual cannot metabolize what it refuses to name, your pain. Am I talking to you? Am I talking to you? Am I talking? Why premature forgiveness fails? You don't want to forgive prematurely. But ultimately, forgiveness is about returning to the self before condition. The narcissist was attached to the conditioned you. So to become free from the narcissist is to free yourself and return to precognition. Because forgiveness is the last severance. Because when you hold on to your hatred, you're saying to the narcissist, you still matter enough to organize my interior world. But when you forgive, you're saying you're free to continue your journey without living inside me. Madam Narcissist, you're free to continue your journey without living inside. Precondition is your state of mind before you were conditioned and told you were small, tiny, human, frail, insufficient. That's precognition. It's important to realize that you forgive because you deserve freedom. And forgiving is important because it's about releasing personal hatred while allowing consequences to belong to consequences. So forgiveness has nothing in you that needs union with another person. And that's how you come to no resonance. Because the existence of the narcissist must become so irrelevant to your internal equilibrium. The existence of the narcissist must become increasingly irrelevant to your internal equilibrium. The existence of the narcissist must become increasingly irrelevant to your internal equilibrium. So the highest cheat code is becoming unavailable to the frequency of hate. The highest cheat code is becoming unavailable to the frequency of hate, because narcissism lives and belongs in the frequency of hate. Narcissism only exists where there is hate. And the ultimate form of hate that carries narcissism is self-hate. And when you release your hate, you realize you are the one who was holding the key. And that is no resonance. That is no resonance. That is no resonance. That is no resonance. And if you want to find out how you can get to no resonance personally, you can book a free session with me at innermileage.com. You can also join my upcoming Escaping Narcissistic Abuse Masterclass from November 13th to November 15th. Sign up today at innermileage.com. This is what it's about. If you're ready to forgive, type in the comments, I forgive. If you're ready to release your hate, type in the comments, I forgive. Let's see who can do this first. If you're ready to forgive, type I forgive in the comment section. If you're ready to forgive, I love it. You didn't come love, no resonance. If you're ready to forgive, type I forgive, Kimmy. In Quebeco. How do I say in Quebeco Zumalo? Sorry, I'm butchering it. In Quebeco. I'm trying to get it. In Cabo Zumalo. Kelly Rowland. Amorta. Bonti Sunflower. Isabel. Yulia. Clint. Cal. I forgive. Evidence of Providence. Cabo. Yashvi. Hollywood Healer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is what it's about. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is time to forgive. Jai, forgive. 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 Evidence of Providence. Yulia, forgive. I forgive. Say it with me. I forgive you. I forgive you, Nana. I forgive you, Nana. I forgive you, Nana. I forgive you. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Oh, I forgive myself. I love myself, so I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself, Jano. I forgive myself, Rama. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself, Brittany. I forgive myself, Yulia. Will, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Where are you? I forgive myself. I love myself. I forgive you. I love me. I forgive me. I love me and I forgive me. I love me and I forgive me. I love me and I forgive me. I no longer want to cry blood. I no longer want to cry blood. I forgive myself. I no longer want to cry blood. Big jump. I no longer want to cry blood. I forgive myself. I forgive them. Yes, Issa, I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive myself. One love, Portia. I forgive myself. Jano, where are you? Release. I forgive myself. I love myself. I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive myself. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Where are you? I forgive. I release what no longer serves me. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. I release what no longer serves me. I release. I release what no longer serves me. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. Come on, where are you? Are you ready? Release. Release. Julia, they didn't know. They don't know. They don't know. Come on. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They didn't know. They don't know. They don't know. My heart cries for them because if only they knew. If only they knew. If only they knew. Come on. This is deep. I forgive myself. I forgive. I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive them, Isa. I forgive them, Julia. I forgive them, Joss. Joss, all is good. I forgive them, Greta. I forgive them. I forgive them, Unicorn Love. They don't know. I forgive them because they don't know. They don't know. Like Chronic said, they don't know. They don't know. This is Chronics talking about they don't know. Let me get the lyrics to these songs. They don't know lyrics. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. I say they don't know. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. Only you know. Only you know. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. They see me dancing like they see a performance. A lot of people see me with my life, but they don't know. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know what you've been through. Let me tell you. They don't know. They don't know. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel. And come on. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. Freedom. Freedom. And the only way to true freedom is to release hate. Release all the hate. Release all the hate. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, and let me punch into authority, book a free session with me at innermindage.com or join my upcoming Escaping Narcissistic Abuse Masterclass. The next one is in November 13th to November 15th. You can sign up right away. This is what it's about. One love. We are in this together. And I'm so grateful you're here, my brother, my sister, Zumalo. Ngebo. Am I saying it correctly? Ngebo. I want to get it right. Ngebo Zumalo 9415. How do I say it correctly? Ngebo. This is Zulu, right? You got to correct me. This is what it's about, Daddy. Yes, Josh. Thank you so much, Josh. Join the masterclass November 13th to 15th. But you can also book a free session with me if you want to talk about your personal issue. And I'll tell you the truth. They don't know, Sarah Jane. They don't know, Sarah Jane. One love, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They don't know, Sarah Jane. Jessica, they didn't know. They didn't know. So release the hate, yeah? And I'm sending you one love, yeah? One love. Yes, Isa, one love. Give thanks, Isa. Give thanks, Isa. Join the masterclass. Enroll today. It's from November 13th to 15th. But you can also book a free session with me if you want to talk about how you release your own pain. How you recognize your pain before you release it. So remember, they don't know. Because if they knew, they would have hurt you. They don't know. They're in hate. They don't know. But them not knowing doesn't mean I want to be in a relationship with them. I forgive them and I love them, but I don't want to reconcile with them. You understand me? And the same, if I did that to somebody, I'll expect the same thing. The rules apply to all of us. Hey, Eswatini, what it is, brother? Terrible. Eswatini. What up, Eswatini? Big up Eswatini, the kingdom. Yes, royalty. So thank you so much, yeah? Rastafari, remember, there's only the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. There's only you. There's no one like you. There is no one like you. So remember, hail the king. Hail the queen in you. Give thanks, yeah? We'll be back here on Friday. So remember, no matter what you do, like Rick John, hail the king in I and I. Hail the queen in I and I. Hail the royalty in I. What? This is Rick John. Hail the king. Come on. You must know. No one's going to tell you how amazing you are. You must tell yourself every day how amazing you are. And then you must do the things that make you amazing. You understand me? It's a practice. No one's going to tell you how amazing you are unless you tell yourself. You are the most powerful person in your life, Christ preacher. Love that. You need more of a breather. What does that mean? You need more of a breather. I don't understand your left hand. What do you mean? Blessed love. Blessed love, Dawn Marie. Yes, Sarah Jane. Yes, Amor, I love John. Brittany. One love. One love. Evidence of providence. Careful. Pure royal vibes from Eswatini. This is what it is. Yes, Greta. I and I is the only way, Greta. You understand that, doctor? Yes. So this is what it's about. Remember, there's no one like you. There's no one like me. That's the source of our power and our humility and our warriorship and our spiritual gangster nature. So remember, hail the king in you. Hail the king in you. Hail the queen in you. Hail the king, queen, queen, king in you. Thank you so much. Forgive. Forgive. One love, yeah? One love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One love, 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 one love. Selassie is the ruler. Thank you so much. One love, one love.